Hey guys, this is Edwin from the Recording Connection. I'm very excited to be showing you this tutorial. It's about the 5 top shortcuts of the 5 best Pro Tools shortcuts. The reason I'm very excited is because this is how I got a lot of my gigs, being able to be efficient, being able to think on my feet as well. You know, that's the number one key as being an engineer. Make sure you have everything in control and make sure that you're ready for anything. Now, as you can see, I brought up this virtual keyboard, and that's so you guys could see the different things that I'm showing you guys. Keep in mind, this is a Mac, so if you have a PC, just make sure that you convert those. Very easy, but you know, there's might be 1 or 2 discrepancies on what actual shortcuts they are. But overall, it's pretty much good, right? The number one shortcut, the one that it's been ingrained in us, is, as you know, the command plus and equal. When you're changing from your mix window to your edit window, right? If you need to write this down, definitely do it. So it's command plus an equal sign. The number 2 shortcut is the record button. As you know, there's 2 different ways that you could do this, right? Is through number 3 on your numeric pad, which will record, obviously. And the number 2 way is the command space. Now, the reason I didn't say that first is because there may be some things that go wrong with the command space setting. Why? Because as the new Macs are coming out, the new OSs, it's coming different settings. So what happens if I press command space, if I want to record? Your Finder window will come out, right? So make sure that you know both. Number 1 is, you know, just use number 3, right? Just use number 3. You know you won't go wrong. Perfect. Number 3, the third shortcut that I want you guys to remember is the fade in, fade out shortcut, and that is using your keyboard, and that is with D and G. So if you want to fade in, let's say this is, you know, there's audio here, right? Just pretend. Fade in with D. And when you fade out is with G, right? If you wanna change the fade, you just click on it and then you press Command F. But in my mind, that's still the same shortcut, Command F, and then from D and the way they place them is great as well, because D and F are right next to each other, and they did that on purpose to help us. So that is the number 3. Number 4 is exactly about the same as this one, and that's cutting from the beginning and from the end your regions. What I mean is A and S. And the good thing, guys, about these shortcuts is that you guys could memorize these. You guys could practice this without having to be at a studio. This is something that you guys could always do every day before you go to sleep. Make sure that you learn 5 shortcuts a day, or 3 shortcuts a day, or at least 1 shortcut a day. And if you need help at the Recording Connection, you could actually go with your mentor and actually go over these as well. You know, show him, keep him updated on what shortcuts you've learned, what shortcuts you still need help on. Now let me show you this. If you press A, it'll cut wherever the cursor is at. Now if you press S, same thing, right? So A, S, A, S. Those are going to be very, very useful when you're editing, when you're working, when you're doing a lot of things at the same time, right? And last but not least, the last shortcut that I want you guys to learn is the fade in and fade out. Especially when you're editing, things like that. It's R and T, right? Very easy. R and T. But make sure that this is second nature to you, right? Make sure that you don't even have to think about what shortcuts it is. You know, another good thing that you could do is, for example, I have this region right here. Create, for example, let's see, I don't know. Let's create 5 audio tracks, right? We copy the same exact thing here. right? And then we start start working with it. Start, okay, what if they want me to cut it here? What if they want me to cut it here? Or fade in, I should say, but cut it here. What if they want me to fade in here? This is what I do. What if they want me to fade in here? This is what you would do. What if they want me to cut here, fade in here, which is not that, which is actually D, and cut here, do a fade in here, and then cut everything else that's after this. Perfect. That way you save your time from actually highlighting things. It actually not only is going to make you seem more professional, more proficient, but people are definitely going to see how quick you work and definitely going to call you for more sessions. So guys, that is my those are my top 5 Pro Tools shortcuts.